Today we're sitting here with Greg Bruno. He just recently moved back to KW, and we're going to kind of go over what that looked like to him.
Great.
Sweet. So how did you know that the move back to KW was going to be a positive one instead of staying at where you were at?
Before going to Compass, I was with Keller Williams for a number of years. So I was very familiar with, their technology, their products, the way they're set up. I was here with KW Westlake already. So I was looking forward to coming back to a place that was familiar and to working with people that I've known, for years in the past.
Right.
And the short answer is I just didn't see the benefit that I was getting for what it cost to be at that other brokerage. For agents that are doing 5, 10, 12, 14 transactions a year,
right,
it makes a ton of sense to be here.
It does.
Because the companies that are taking way bigger splits are offering, systems that you can plug and play. And
right.
Most agents don't execute those systems anyway.
Right.
Agents that do execute those systems at a high level, like the guys on $1 Million Listing, or
right.
I know plenty of agents that are doing 7 figures.
Mm-hmm.
They're not using the systems that their companies are offering anyway.
No.
They're buying stuff that's outside the market, that's specifically tailored to their group, their team.
Yeah.
They're utilizing auto dialers. They're doing 7-line auto dialers. They're buying huge amounts of Zillow leads, which cost you the same no matter where you work.
Right.
Most agents are working off of a 3x5 business card to keep track of people they want to talk to.
Right. Right.
It was maybe a better fit for me, for some of their systems, but my clients didn't benefit from it. So that was really the key to get me back to Keller Williams.
But for me, I couldn't find a better place if I was a luxury agent making 7 figures to work as far as a split goes.
Right.
With the support as well. I mean, staff alone, how much does that cost you a year?
Oh, yeah, look, I've thought about opening my own brokerage for years.
Right.
20 years in the business, I've got the smarts, I've got the information.
Right.
What do? I have to hire a front desk gal, I have to hire somebody for IT, I've got to go rent space.
Okay. So what does it look like for your clients now? What's the benefits for your clients?
Truthfully, it looks the same as it has looked no matter what brokerage I've been in.
Right.
My business is based way more on personal interactions, working with my database, working with my sphere of influence, really staying in touch with past clients. So, I've gotten a couple calls like, hey, I see there's a new logo on your emails. When did you move? Maybe 6 months ago. Oh, wow. They don't know, they don't care, really. What they're looking for is what I offer, not what whatever company I'm working for is offering.
Looking to work with you, not your brokerage, right?
It's people, it's not, the old joke was I've never seen anybody ask, like, I want to work with the guy wearing the gold Century 21 jacket.
So, Greg, you've been in the industry for almost 3 decades now.
Let's not get crazy. 22 years.
22 years. You've been in a couple brokerages, and you've stayed there for a while once you've gone to it. Why did you come back to Keller Williams?
I never changed brokerages without giving it a lot of thought. I was at my first broker for, 12 years.
Wow. Yeah.
4 or 5 at the next. Actually 7 at the next, and then was gone for a couple of years and now back with Keller Williams. And the big thing for me has always been about managing my business as a business owner and making decisions about how I want to spend my money. What do I want to put into marketing? Not every market's the same. What do I want to spend on, auto dialers, lead generation? Not everybody does that the same.
Right.
And the big thing I noticed was that I can run my business like I wanted at Keller Williams because of the cap. They take the same from everybody. And then I get to decide where my investment dollars go.
Wow.
After a couple years, and doing the math because I'm a numbers guy, I just didn't see my clients getting a benefit or my business growing by spending a lot more money at another brokerage. It probably cost me in the neighborhood of, not in the neighborhood, I know exactly what it cost. It was $150,000 additional in 2 years versus what I would have spent here at Keller Williams. And I didn't see my business benefiting by, an X factor of that number, or my clients getting something substantially different as an X factor of that number. So I'd rather take that money and spend it on client events or marketing, or heck, a family vacation.
Right.
And that's really old. There's not too many of those left.
No.
So it really came down to the quality of my life and the quality of my business versus a broker doing well.
Wow. All right. Well, that's pretty powerful, I would say. But for me, I couldn't find a better place if I was a luxury agent making 7 figures to work as far as a split goes.
Right.
With the support as well. Staff alone, how much does that cost you a year?
Oh, yeah. Look, I've thought about opening my own brokerage for years.
Right.
20 years in the business, I've got the smarts, I've got the information.
Right.
What do? I have to hire a front desk gal, I have to hire somebody for IT, I've got to go rent space.
Do you have any advice for other agents that were in your situation? And what can you say to them if they're scared of making that jump to another brokerage after not seeing the value?
Yeah, I've coached a lot of new agents. I have friends and clients that have gotten into the business.
Right.
My advice is always to find a brokerage or a system where it feels like you're a fit with the people.
Right.
Right. I mean, the systems are pretty much the same no matter what brokerage you go to. You're going to get a CRM. You're going to get a way to do marketing materials. For me, it's always been about the fit with management and the rest of the team.
Right.
Which is why I came back to KW Westlake. Great people, great family environment. It really feels, I tell people, like real estate's a competitive field, but it's never felt cutthroat at Keller Williams. Everybody kind of, cheers on each other's success.
Yeah.
We all want to do well, but you're not looking to do well at another agent's expense, or you're not begrudging another agent their success because you want more. It's a very sort of communal, collaborative fit here at KW.
Yeah, it's like everyone has the opportunity, and there's enough to get your unfair share of the market.
There is enough
There's
business
plenty.
for everybody.
Right.
You just got to show up and work it.
Definitely.
So, come in and talk to management, come in and talk to the operating partner, talk to the guys in tech, talk to the guys in IT, talk to the guys who are doing marketing. Everybody's been super helpful here, and it just makes that transition so much easier.
Well, we're so happy to have you. So
Happy to be back.
what are some plans that you have for your business in the future now that you're back with us at Keller Williams?
My business plan hasn't changed dramatically since I got in the business. It's still to focus on my database, focus on friends, family, past clients, and stay in great touch with them. What I'm looking forward to is being back at a brokerage where there's in-house help at all the levels of execution that I don't want to mess with. Right. So I've got IT help when I have any problems with website or execution or MLS. We've got a great agent services person at the front desk that can troubleshoot any issues I've got with the MLS, with escrow. We have in-house escrow, which I love because I can walk down the hall and get answers to my questions instead of waiting 2 days for a callback. And we have marketing help in-house, design. When I made the move back over, he was able to get all my business cards up and running, get my logos, get my face, get my branding back on all of the just listed, just sold, open house, flyers. That I didn't have the time to do.
Right.
And certainly didn't want to do myself. I mean, that's always the biggest fear when you're changing brokerages. What it's going to take for me to change over. New signs, new business cards, get the MLS switched over, deal with moving the listings back over, and they take care of it all in-house here, which is, makes it a seamless transition. I don't feel like my business was down more than a day or two for the physical move.
Wow.
So, really a great benefit.
So, talk me how Patrick contacted you. What did that look like?
Oh, well, I knew Patrick.
Patrick's our marketing guy.
Patrick's the marketing guy here. I knew him from before I moved and came back. Just sent me the intro email, Greg. Send me your headshots from the new company.
Right.
We can take a logo off your shirt if you like those headshots. You don't need new headshots. So, it's awesome. So it's de-logoed. I can still use, everything still looks the same. It doesn't look like, new shots, why has he got that? And literally had all of my templates set up within 24 to 48 hours of me going, I'm ready to go.
So literally a day, and then you're back up ready to market.
Yeah, and again, it's not stuff I have to do myself. I can give them a call and say, hey, I need 200 postcards for mailing. Dynamite, you'll have them in 48 hours.
Wow. That's really quick.
Very easy.
So how was it coming back? I know that you said you were here before. Was it a welcoming environment back? How did that feel?
Yeah, so way different than where I went.
Okay.
I made the move during COVID, so there wasn't a lot of activity in the other office. So maybe that led to, less of a
cohesive environment,
communal feel, collaborative feel. You didn't see people. I'm an office rat, so I was in all the time, even during COVID. Coming back here to see people that I knew, had worked with, everybody that passed me was like, hey, welcome back, how you doing? Where's your new office? These are out by and say hi. Great to be back working with Terry. The fact that, I'd been in touch with IT, I'd worked with Patrick before, it just made it really easy.
Right.
So I like the vibe in this office. It's very business-like, but casual and communal. I like the setup. The kitchen in the center of everything. This little hangout lounge. I'm always looking to talk to their agents to see what's going on, and this place has that energy.
Well, in talking about speaking to other agents, I mean, you teach classes here, and how many years of experience do you have?
So I'm in my third decade. I'm 22 years licensed. I love the contract, so I'm doing a contracts class every Friday here. Doing a negotiation class in Ignite this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Still got to figure out what I'm going to say, but I still got a couple days, and I've told agents that I'm coaching in the contract class, just, if you have questions, come to my office.
Definitely.
Because I can talk about real estate to a dead cat if that's my only option.
And how does it feel to pass down that knowledge? And I mean, was it an opportunity that was given to you? What did that look like? Did you offer it?
Yeah, they just asked if I'd be interested in teaching a contract class, and I'm a fanatic about the contract. It's always changing. I think it's a competitive advantage for agents that know it and know it well. I have a background in my business. I was a contracts negotiator for a union.
Wow.
So I didn't know when you got into real estate that some people didn't take the contract that seriously.
Yeah.
And I always have, and I think it served my clients well. So that's what I'm trying to pass down to new agents that are just now getting into the business.
Definitely. And I mean, any agent can come in at any level. So, and it sounds like from your experience, you're able to coach from
There's
A to Z.
always new stuff in the contract as
Right.
well. And we've got Gay Rainey here as broker of record who, has been doing it longer than me and is involved in putting the CAR contracts together.
Right.
She's on that committee, so that's a wealth of knowledge that
Definitely.
I haven't experienced at other brokerages I've been at.